So, in this video, we're going to discuss about the very new lesson from geography part, Indian water resource. So, in this part, we mainly focus on the importance of water resource and very major rivers of India and irrigation system, types of irrigation, multi-purpose river valley projects. So, all those things we going to discuss in this part. Okay, let's start. Indian water resource. So there are many natural resources available on earth. One among them that is water resource. It is one of the most precious natural resource. One of the very important precious natural resource which is very necessary for drinking, cooking and washing and agriculture purpose. It is also very necessary for generation of hydroelectricity and industry, navigation, fishing. For all these purposes, the water resource is very indeed domestic purpose, agriculture, hydroelectricity, industrial purpose, navigation, I mean water transport and fish catching, all those things. This is, I mean, water resource can be divided into surface water and groundwater on the basis of availability, on the basis of source of water. It can be divided into two types. One is surface water and groundwater. There are two sources of water, that is, one is surface water and groundwater. Surface water is which is available on earth, I mean land surface. Groundwater that is beneath the land, underground water. Surface water that is included many sources due to rainfall and rivers, lakes, tank, springs are sub sources of surface water. Major rivers of India. Which are the major rivers? All the rivers of India can be categorized into two main divisions. One is North Indian rivers and Peninsula rivers. I mean North Indian rivers and South Indian rivers. So river system of India can be divided into two category. North Indian rivers and Peninsular rivers. So first, let's take that is North Indian rivers. Among them, River Indus is very important. River Ganga and Brahmaputra. These are the three river system we are going to discuss under North Indian rivers. So birthplace is Mount Kailash. Birthplace flow northwest and flow southwest again entering to the Pakistan. So River Indus that having its main drainage system in India as well as in Pakistan. Finally, it joined Arabian Sea near Karachi. Total length is 2897, 709 in India. Major tributaries are Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Satluj are the tributaries. Tributaries are the small stream which joins to the main river. Tributaries, small streams. River Ganga. It is the very largest river system, about 2,525 kilometer length, and birthplace we have to remember that is Gangotri Glacier. It is called Padma River in Bangladesh. This is very important thing. Padma. It is called as Padma in Bangladesh. Finally, it reached Bay of Bengal. but Indus it reached Arabian Sea. Let's see tributaries. Yamuna, Gagra, Gandak, Ramganga, Gomati, Kosi is also one of the tributary of Ganga. Which is the largest tributary? That is Yamuna. Yamuna is the largest tributary of Ganga. Next one, that is Brahmaputra. The birthplace is Lake Manasa Sarovar in Tibet. It enters India very narrow gorge near Arunachal Pradesh. We have to remember the Brahmaputra, which rises in Tibet and enters in India, that is the first state, that is Arunachal Pradesh. And it also joins Ganga River in Bangladesh, about 2,500 509-kilometer length is there. Sangpo is the name of Brahmaputra in Tibet. Brahmaputra Brahmaputra River is named as Sangpo in Tibet. Jamuna name in Bangladesh. It is called Jamuna in Bangladesh. In Tibet, it is called as Sangpo. Let's check South Indian rivers. South Indian rivers. These are also known as peninsular rivers because these are comes under in peninsula structure of South India. The peninsular structure is the land which is surrounded by three sides of water, that is peninsular. Can be divided into east flowing rivers and west flowing rivers. So remember, peninsular rivers can be divided into two types. One is east flowing and west flowing. First, let's check it out. East flowing rivers. Then again, after that, let's discuss west flowing rivers. First one, east flowing rivers. Among the east flowing rivers, one is Mahanadi, that is birthplace is Sivaha Range. Birthplace Sivaha Range joins the Bay of Bengal. Godavari. This is the very superlative we have to remember. That is, Godavari is the largest river in South India. It is asked in the board exam. Godavari is the largest river in South India, only considering South India, peninsular rivers, among peninsular rivers. Triambaka is the birthplace. One more is Krishna River. Birthplace is Mahabaleshwar. And tributaries Bhima, Tungabhadra, Koina, these are tributaries. Kaveri is one of the very important South Indian river. Birthplace is Talakaveri. And its tributaries are many. Savarnavati, Arkavati, Hemavati, Simsha. These are all some tributaries. So here we have to focus on which is the very superlatives. Those superlatives we have to under, keep in mind for the purpose of board examination. Let's take west flowing rivers. Among the west flowing, Narmada is the very important. That is in Amarakantak. Birthplace is Amarakantak. River Tapi, that is birthplace Multai. There are many more rivers are there. Tributaries of Tapi, Sabarmati, Mandovi, Zuwari, Sharavati, Netravati are the tributaries. First, you must able to bifurcate which are the east flowing and which are the west flowing rivers. You must able to find out which is east flowing, which is west flowing. Then only possible to understand. I mean, you are able to answer to the particular questions. Next one is irrigation. Under the irrigation, we going to discuss about what is the meaning of irrigation, what is the need of irrigation, what are the types of irrigation. So under this particular aspect, it can be asked for 2 marks, like The need can be asked for 2 marks. And what is irrigation can be asked for 1 mark. What is the meaning of irrigation? The artificial supply of water for the purpose of agriculture. It is called irrigation, artificial supply. So need in examination once, twice I think asked this question. So India need irrigation system. Explain why it is needed. Why India need irrigation? What we have to write? We have to write the answer is need. What is the importance and what is the necessity, or what is the need? Why we need irrigation? Because India is an agricultural country. First point. So we need regular and sufficient supply of water. So India is an agricultural country. That is the fact. Indian agriculture is mainly dependent on monsoon. Indian agriculture depended on monsoon, so that we need irrigation. Since we depend on agriculture, monsoon, why we need irrigation? Because monsoon is seasonal, monsoon is uncertain, so that we must not depend on monsoon. We also depend on alternative irrigation system. So certain crops are certain crops require largest amount of water to cultivate them, to grow them up. So we need, during summer there is irrigation, supply of water is very indeed. To increase the production, irrigation is required. To increase the yield, irrigation is important. So regular supply of water is very indeed for all these points. This can be asked for 2 marks. We have to focus on. Let's take types. Which are the types? Three types are there: well, canal, tank. So first one, let's take well irrigation. Under well irrigation, it is possible in areas where low rainfall, where there is very low rainfall, the well irrigation can be adopted. And it is easy and cheap. These are the characters we must focus on. It is easy and it is cheap. Not require any technology. These keywords you must remember related to well irrigation. This is usually possible in low rainfall area. It is very easy and it is very cheap, and it is actually not require any technology to run. This is very best suited for small landing holders. Rich farmers no need to do this. Even small land holding, 2 acre or 3 acre, 1 acre landholders can do this. Largely practiced, where it is practiced mostly in North India, Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh. Among the, under well irrigation, there are two. One is open well and another one is tube well. There are two types of well irrigation: open well, tube well. Canal irrigation. We have world largest canal system. Two types of canal irrigation is there. One is inundation canal, perennial canal. Two types under the canal system. There are two: inundation and perennial. And I will tell you what is the meaning of inundation canal and what is the meaning of perennial canal. See, water drawn directly from the river without build of dam. Without building of dam, we draw the water from the river. That is inundation canal. One more is there. That is perennial. Dams are constructed, water is stored in reservoir and used for agriculture through the canal, that is perennial canal. I think you have understood. Hope you understood. Perennial and inundation. Both are different and extensively practiced in north only, I think. See, UP, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, most of them. Canal and well, mostly in north. Tank irrigation, it is very suitable in south. Natural or man-made halo on surface into which rainwater is collected. That is tank. We call it tank. It is a natural, maybe, or some tanks are man-made, made in halo shape on the surface of the land, in which water is collected or rainwater is collected. Most of the time, most of the time, the tanks are non-perennial. These are not perennial. Non-perennial tanks are non-perennial. What is the meaning between perennial and non-perennial? Perennial are seasonal. Non-perennial, I mean, sorry, seasonal. Non-perennial means seasonal. Perennial means always, all time the water is available. We call North Indian rivers are perennial rivers because throughout the year the rivers usually flow. Perennial rivers. South Indian rivers are non-perennial because only rainy season they usually flow. So tanks are also, these are non-perennial source because the tanks usually fill up during rainy season, so that non-perennial. Mainly found in Tamil Nadu and Andhra, Karnataka, Rajasthan. It is in south, totally suitable in south. So next we go, that is multi-purpose river valley projects. What is the aim of multi-purpose river valley project? What is the main aim? Aim is irrigation, for irrigation to control the flood. Multi-purpose river valley project, which means for many purpose the particular dam is constructed. Multi-purpose. Multi means for various purpose. The river valley is constructed. These are the various multi-purpose. These 1 to 8, these are the multi-purpose. Flood control, electricity, soil erosion control, not soil erosion. Prevention of soil erosion, waterways, to develop waterways, fishing, recreation, ಆಮೇಲೆ domestic purpose, industrial purpose, afforestation, to grow the forest. These are all purposes, many purposes. That is what multi-purpose. This can be asked for 3 marks as well from geography. Okay, which are the multi-purpose riverway projects? That is, those are in India. First one is Damodar River Valley Project. It is the first river valley project of India. We must remember, first independent India. Tennessee Valley. It is this has been decided on the lines of Tennessee Valley of USA. It is constructed on the lines of Tennessee Valley Authority of USA by borrowing a different technology from USA. Damodar River. It is built across Damodar River, which is called Sorrow of Bengal. Because why it is called Sorrow of Bengal? It caused flood damage to the crops and human settlements, so that it is Sorrow of Bengal. Remember, Damodar. And main thing is to control the flood. Damodar River Valley Project main aim is control of flood. And it is joint venture of Bihar and West Bengal, joint investment. And some dams are constructed in Tilaya, Konar, Maithan, and Panchat. And three thermal stations are there in Bakaro, Durgapur, and Chandrapur. So this is all about Damodar. Bakranangal. It is a joint venture of three states: Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan. It is built across two rivers. One is Nangal, one is Bakra. Bakra and Nangal together. It is mainly for flood control. It is the very highest gravity dam in India. Remember, highest dam in India. Highest, 226 meter. Its reservoir, it is called Govinda Sagara. Many times asked this question, Govinda Sagara, to label in map section. Highest dam, it is also asked in exam. Govinda Sagara and highest dam, which is the highest dam in India. All that things asked. Let's take Hirakud project. Hirakud built across Mahanadi River. At Hirakud, the place is Hirakud, state Orissa. It is the longest dam, asked many times, which is the longest dam in India. That is Hirakud. Main aim is flood control and irrigation. And Mahanadi, the river associated with Hirakud project, Mahanadi, it is called Sara of Orissa because of flood, damage of crops, and damage of human settlements. Sara of Orissa. So Hirakud project. Tungabhadra project. It is a joint venture of Karnataka and Andhra. Karnataka and Andhra togetherly. And the river is Tungabhadra. Place is Mallapuram, Hospete. Reservoir Pampasagara. That is Govindasagara. It is Pampasagara. So these reservoirs name we have to keep in mind. Which river we have to remember? Upper Krishna project. One of the very important one in North Karnataka. Biggest river valley project in North Karnataka. We have to remember. Biggest river valley project. River is Krishna. Dams constructed in two places. One is Narayanpur, one is Almaty. Which are the benefited districts? Bagalkot, Vijaypur, Yadagiri districts are benefited from this project, Krishna project. Kosi, one of the very important in north. It is international project. Why it is called international project? Because between two nations, this particular project is ventured, India and Nepal. So it is international project. Many times asked this one, which is the international project. The river is Kosi. Place is Hanuman Nagar, Nepal. It is in Nepal. Irrigation is the main aspect. Kosi is called Sorrow of Bihar. Remember, Sorrow of Bihar. So three important sorrow we discussed: sorrow of Bihar, sorrow of Orissa, sorrow of West Bengal. You just focus on. And is Rihand Valley project. Rihand Valley project. It is built across river Rihand and Govind Vallabhpant Sagar. This reservoir name you had to remember. It is associated with Rihand Valley. Flood control is the main aim. Last one is Nagarjun Sagar. That is in it is built across Krishna, Nagarjuna in Telangana. Remember, Telangana, not Andhra. Telangana. Irrigation is the main. Power generation is one more aspect, one more priority of the Nagarjun Sagar. So this is all in this particular lesson we discussed about water resource.